letting me read for you. I did want to let you know that when I posted this, I only put 5 questions and there should have been 10. So this is actually going to be double what you thought it was. So I'm kind of excited about that. Everybody wants more information. So we're going to do 5 questions and then the second set of 5 questions, and then we'll do the 3 bonus cards. So let's get started. Also, I wanted to let you know that when I use this camera, if the camera zooms in, I pull a clarifier with the tarot cards. So the first question, am I on the right career path? Should I change careers? Should I get an education? Is this my best career? And should I start a business? All right, let's get started with these first 5 questions. Question number 1, am I on the right career path? No. Maybe another time. Asking again can be frustrating, but there's no answer for you right now other than no. I sense, though, that the career path that you're currently on has really kind of given you insight into what you actually want to do. So I feel that you were kind of interested in this career path because it kind of resonated with a part of you. I feel, though, that the part that kind of like sparked your interest was your life's or is your life's purpose, is your life's goal. But I feel that you needed to kind of get into the industry or get into the career at the beginning by working with or for someone else. So I feel that saying that you are not on the right career path does not necessarily mean that things that you have been learning are wasted. The things that you've been learning while you've kind of been doing everything up until this point are going to build on top of each other to bring you the career that you want. I've sensed that you also like freedom. I heard the word freedom. So it's also going to be bringing you the freedom that you are looking for. So right now with your career, you're not on the right path, but we're going to find more information. Card number 2, should I change careers? Yes, no doubt. Your unwavering faith has made things go in your favor. So I definitely feel that right now there's some dissatisfaction. That's the energy that I'm picking up on, that you're dissatisfied, that you kind of know, hey, I'm going in the right direction. I have the right general idea of what I want, but when I picked this, I either the current thing. So when you got into this, what you're doing right now, the shift that has happened with like both mankind as well as your career has allowed new things to open up for you that weren't necessarily there when you started. So it's not that you chose wrong or incorrectly. It's that the things that you wanted to do didn't exist, as well as you weren't really ready for them. And I feel that there's a part of your soul that is ready for a change. Not necessarily, there's been things for the last little bit that have kind of made you feel like, oh, this is not really what I think I should be doing. This is not what I want to be doing. But there was this feeling of like, but this is what I've kind of invested in, and I feel that that is why it's kind of gotten to the point where you're like, I'm kind of stuck here because I've invested so much in it that I don't want to move forward. So then excuse me, let's find out, should you get an education? No, don't. This path is not the path for you. Don't settle in life. You are worthy of great things. So, in that, I kind of see that or view that as like, should I go back to school? Should I get the next level of education that goes along with my career? And the cards are saying don't. I sense that you have the right amount of knowledge for the change that you want to do. You have the right set of skills that is going to be taking place for you or that you're going to need. But it really is the matter of you don't need that information from other people. So you're going to want to kind of look into what you already know, because you already have the education that you need in order for this to be what you want it to be. So I sense a little bit that's kind of your doubt that's coming in with the changes, um, which is really interesting because it says no doubt. I feel that there are some, you have some doubts, like the industry that you're looking at, you're like, but how do I find the money for that? How do I, put this in the way I want it to be? And I really sense that as you move forward, things will kind of unfold for you. So, I myself have my own businesses, and I look at some of the jobs that I've had in the past really brought me to where I am now. But when I got started, I had no clue how to do any of the things that I'm doing. And it really was just the universe and my spirit guides and my belief in myself. And I feel that, and when I said my belief in myself, by the way, it was 5 minutes and 55 seconds. I feel that that you can believe in yourself. And I feel that you just need that kind of like push that says, oh, you got this, you can do it. So I'm here to tell you, you've got this, you can do it. You have some visions that you've kind of seen throughout your, because one day you just were feeling a little bit dissatisfied with your career, and then it's kind of moved, and now it's like, okay, what do I need to do to change and go forward? I had bigger plans than this, because I sense that it's not about the money for you. I sense that you are doing the things in your life because you really enjoy them, and you're not there for the money. And so you're able to have the freedom of moving around, which is, one of the words that came in earlier. You have the freedom. The only thing that you are kind of stuck, or the only like block that's coming in for you right now, is the belief that you can do things on your own. So the next question, is this my best career? Yes. Go with the flow. The universe will take you in the direction you are longing. Relax. So I feel that there are pieces of your career that are working for you very well. I feel that the pieces that are working are the pieces that match up with your life's goal. They make your soul feel satisfied. They make you feel good, and they make you feel like you have completed something. There are other aspects, though, that are dissatisfying. I feel that the piece that's dissatisfying is that your creativity is almost being stifled. See, you kind of got in this career, and now other people are kind of telling you what to do and how to do it. And there's a part of you that's like, but I can do this better, but I don't have the like authority or power to change it. So the next question is, should I start a business? Yes, green light. The universe is giving you the go ahead. That's really what I feel. I feel that you know that you are doing a really good work. Like Mother Teresa did a good work. Princess Diana did good work. Like, you know that what you're doing is helping the collective. It's helping humanity, and up until this point, you've kind of been working alongside other people. And I really, really feel very strongly that the universe is like, oh no, you know what to do. And even if you don't know what to do, you know that trusting yourself will take you to the information that you need. So the universe is really giving the go ahead for you to kind of switch things up and make things different, but also keeping the give me 1 second, I'm feeling the vibration. So in the career where you're working with other people, you've kind of learned like systems or things that like work the best, and you've seen, as you look at those systems, things that need to be changed. But you don't need to go into the new like business or whatever with the idea of reinventing the wheel or changing how everything works. You can take the pieces that are working for you and bring them over into what you're doing for yourself. Okay. And this is what I was talking about, like when it zooms in. This is usually when we get a little bit more information. So that one kind of landed to me. I felt like it landed on the don't. This is should I get an education? So I'm just pulling a tarot card, and it shows up as the King of Water, which is also the King of Cups energy. So the energy of the King of Cups is about empathy. It's about tolerance. So basically, the feeling that I'm getting is the reason that you don't need to kind of like go back for more education is because you already intuitively, energetically know the answers. So when it's saying, hey, yeah, go forward, the thing that you know, which is the answer, is that you're going to be led to the answers. So I know it seems a little bit cryptic, but it's like if there's something that you don't, okay, for example, I designed these cards, and for a long time, I was trying to figure out how to design the actual box. Oh my God, for almost a year, I tried to teach myself how to make the box, and it was very frustrating for me, and I knew I didn't have the education to do it. And then one day I thought, oh, I should look on Fiverr and see if someone knows how to do this. And I found a person who is spectacular who designed this box, and it cost me $5. So my point is that you do not, absolutely do not know everything. No one does. And that's an okay fear. But using that story as an example, you might not know everything. Could I have gone back and got an education about how to be a designer, graphic designer? Sure. Would it be easier to pay $5 to have someone else do it? Yes. So along the line, you're going to have things that kind of pop up for you, and you're not going to know how to do them. And you might try to educate yourself. And I always try to see if I can do it first, mainly because I always like to surprise myself with like, wow, I didn't know you could do that. Great job. And also because I like to save money. I like to make sure that I am paying for the things that matter to me with growing what I'm doing. So, yes, I know that you have a little bit of fear when it comes to like the education part of it or not knowing all of the answers, and that is okay. Because you'll find not only the answers along the way, but you're also going to find people that are going to just, they are going, so like that person that I paid $5 to create the box, who knows? It could have bought them food. It could have, been the part of their rent or, whatever piece they needed. And sometimes, we're hiring other people to do things because we are being a blessing to them too. So I don't feel that you should go back to get a full education because the universe is going to bring that in because you are a very empathic person. Okay, so that was the first 5 questions, which was all you thought you were getting. So I think it's really cool that we get to go into even more. So then we're going to ask the next question is, will I do better in another career? And then I did some tarot questions, or this one is just what do I need to know about my career? And then the next 3 cards are just going to be tarot insight. They're just going to be further information for us to kind of talk about. See which card okay, so it landed on there in the middle, so I'll pull that clarifier as well. Okay, so this is the question, will I do better in another career? No. Trust. Trusting is vital in life. Review your life. Is trust as strong as it could be? Yeah, I think that I really feel that the career that you are in right now is your absolute best career, but I feel that there are some adjustments that need to be made so that you can get the freedom aspect that you're looking for. So the next, what do I need to know about my career is showing up as the reverse Ace of Cups. So the reverse Ace of Cups is a little bit about being disappointed or feeling let down. And I feel that you right now, your soul is feeling a little bit let down. And that's mainly because you see that more people can be helped throughout this experience. And there's a part of you that is almost disappointed that things aren't better in your industry. So you're really, that's a part of your soul that's being kind of led to change things. So the clarifier was the Six of Cups. Wow, you have only gotten cups so far. It's very interesting. So the Six of Cups is about looking back and being nostalgic about how things have been. Because your industry is changing. The Six of Water, Ace of Water, you had King of Water. Water's cups. Cups are emotions. So you're very emotional about this situation. And you need to kind of tap into some of the logic side of yourself. So your emotional side is more considered your feminine side, and then your logic side is more considered your masculine side. And I feel that what you're kind of lacking a little bit right now is the balance that's needed. Sorry, I really needed a drink. Okay, so then the next one, this is just tarot insight. Wow, look at that, more water. 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups energy is about support. It's about love. Oh, that's another thing you're kind of worried about. What will everybody think if I change what I'm doing? Yeah. Wow, this is a very emotional thing for you. I really sense that you don't know. Okay. So you invested time and energy and money into what you're doing currently. People around you saw that investment and may have even taken part in that investment. You are not disappointing them with your plan. You have a plan. It's kind of solidifying a little bit more right now as we talk, almost like paint drying. Like it's, you had already done a lot of the work, and you had already done a lot of like the energetic preparing for this going forward. And now it's just kind of settling. It's balancing. So let's look at the next tarot insight. Okay, all right. So we got some pentacles in here. The Earth card is the Pentacles. So the Pentacles of the King of Pentacles is about success. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not King of Pentacles. This is Knight of Pentacles. My apologies. That is about work paying off. It's about being reliable, about being patient. See, when you start a business, all you got is the land and the seeds in the land. And sometimes when you look out and you don't know there's seeds in the dirt, it looks like barren land. So you have to remind yourself that the seeds that you have planted are there and they will grow because you do know what to do. You are strong, you are kind, you are loving. You are doing this because you do want the planet to be a better place. You do want human beings to have a better time in their environment. You are here to help people. And that's actually going to be a huge benefit to you down the road as well. So then the next card is, all right, we got some wands. So the Five of Wands. It's interesting. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. I always forget there's stuff written down here. So the Five of Wands is really about some obstacles. It is about realizing that no matter what comes in your environment while you're doing this, you have to realize that some of those little tiny details are not a big deal. So I've seen people when they're putting together a business, they spend 6 months working on the logo. The logo is very important. It sets you apart. I understand. But 6 months is too long. So there's some pieces of this. Sorry, Sedona agrees with that. There's some pieces of this that you are way too caught up in the finite things. You have to be very decisive as the business owner. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And you know what? If you make a decision and you choose to go down a path and it's not working, like for instance, I have 2 businesses, and the other business I was trying to phase out and go into just doing tarot. And then all of a sudden tarot really slowed down, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to change that choice and start advertising over there again. So I've never looked at, in 5 years of business, I've never looked at anything I've done as failure. I've looked at everything I've done as like, I'm on a map. I'm turning down this road. Oh, that won't work. Go back. Like, it's a whole journey. All right. I'm really excited about this. I think that you have a lot of energy that you kind of put into this. Now, one thing when you're reading with tarot is if you notice that, so we had cups, pentacles, and wands come out, but we did not have swords. So swords are about your words. They're about your language. They're about how you're telling people your dream. But there were no swords. So I feel that you're not talking about this enough. You're going to find that people are going to be a lot more encouraging. Make sure that the people you are talking to are your cheerleader people. You should have a list of your cheerleader people because you're going to need them to be your cheerleaders while you are doing this. So, at this point, we're going to do the bonus cards. Now, bonus cards when I do readings are about shifting the energy or changing things, getting them to be the way you want them to be. So these are things that you can like meditate on, or like if you pray. These are just things that I have kind of the cards and the universe are saying, hey, let's work on the energy this way. So the first one is the energy you want, door to value. Wow, that's really big because this has kind of two levels to it. The first level is obviously money. As you can see, the money is kind of flying in, but also valuing yourself. I feel that in your current state, you're kind of not getting exactly what you want. And you have to value that. You have to value your time. You have to value your energy. Right now, I feel that you're kind of, they're taking advantage of how much you're putting into it and how valuable you are. So the reason you're going to want to kind of focus on, I am valuable. I have relationships with people who value me. I invest my time in things that increase my value. So you see, you can kind of use those to meditate, make yourself a list. This is something that's going to really help you shift. Card number 2, focus on this, is contract. I feel that, it's interesting because normally this card is about like karmic contracts, but I really feel though, in your situation, this is about this is really interesting because this it's totally not what the card stands for. But I really feel that this is not really a warning, but a reminder that even when your business is small, when you're working with people, always get a contract. So when I was a little kid, I never understood the people's court because I was like, well, the people who have the paper always win. Like, why are they even like they just came in there and said, well, I said that. So even as a 6-year-old, I was like, but where's your paper? So as you're kind of putting these things together, if you're having a logo made, or we were talking about that earlier with hiring people to do things, I feel that the universe really wants to remind you to get contracts. Hold people accountable. It's not a lot of times people feel that it's offensive to say to someone, oh, can we get this in writing? And I really always say when I'm explaining to somebody why I want to have things in writing, I say, sometimes I'm really forgetful, and I also have a lot of things on my plate. So I like to write things down because, in 6 months when we look at this again, we probably will have a hard time remembering what we said. And you can verbalize that in any way you want. It's probably a little bit unprofessional to say you're really forgetful. But the basic piece to that is I really feel that your spirit guides are saying, hey, it's not offensive to ask for a contract. It's not offensive to ask someone to sign something. And a lot of times when they are reminded that it protects them too, they're very much quickly eager to sign. So then the third one is release this, and this is appreciation. I feel that the people who you are currently working with really do appreciate you. They really do want you to succeed. They really do care about you. They think you're a great person. And so I think or I feel that there's a part of you that's afraid of letting go of what you're currently doing because you don't want people to feel that you learned from them and now you're using the information and leaving. and you don't appreciate them and you don't care for them. That's not the case at all. That is a piece of insecurity, and that is a piece of doubt. You have to pick you in this situation. And if you need to know that you're not just picking you, I will also tell you that while you're doing this change, you are going to change the world. So it's not just about the people who are currently in front of you and talking, it's also about all of the other people that you are going to come into contact with and help change their life. So even though you appreciate these people, you have to release the energy of owing them something. You don't owe them anything. So my guess is that while you were working with them, they were paying you. So your time has been taken care of or compensated. So you don't owe them anything. And that kind of like guilt that's coming in, that's from, you need to kind of look into that, because some of that guilt is coming in from like your childhood and people who you kind of worked with and grew up with. So there's some healing that needs to take place for this. All right. Well, I am so glad that we got to read together. Sorry that I didn't put up all 10 questions, but now you know. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.